Real Salt Lake back at training here at America First Field following Saturday night's 1-0 win over the Houston Dynamo. For head coach Jason Kreis, it was the first time he rolled out his 4-2-1-3 formation, and now the attention turns to the LA Galaxy.
Just the quality of our finishing in the final 15, 20, 30 minutes of a game, I think is probably a little better this year than it was in the past. A lot of that has to do with the fact that we can bring in fresh players to change the game. When you're bringing in players like Plata and Garcia at the end of matches, the ability that they have on the ball and the athletic ability that they have to get in behind defenses, and then they're both very good finishers, means that you're gonna score some of those chances that are typically there at the end of games.
We've had a lot of rotations up top and also in the midfield too, but we've been more deadly in the attack now. You know, I still feel like we could be doing more, but like I said, like you said as well, you know, we got different guys scoring a lot, and it's always good because that means, you know, we're moving the ball around and stuff.
We're creating a lot more in the final third. I think Javier and Ned and Kyle have been very active in creating some of those goal-scoring chances. And then you look at our depth up top, and we got 5 guys who can step up there and play and score goals, and we've never had that before here.
I just think we have a very talented group of forward this year. You know, they're all on the same page. They've all been working very hard in practice, you know, staying after practice and doing shooting. And I mean, it's a dangerous group, and we're putting them in good spots, and they're finishing their chances this year. So it's making the defender's job easier.
For the LA Galaxy, they're coming off a 3-3 draw on the road against FC Dallas, a game in which Landon Donovan found the back of the net on 3 separate occasions.
You know, it's a good result for us, really. Dallas and LA tying, you know, coming down to the wire there. So, of course, I mean, we knew that he's a guy that if you give him an inch, you know, he's going to take it. And that's how it is with the best players in the world. They can finish their chances.
He's just somebody you've got to be aware of at all times, depending on where he's playing in their tactical setup. And I think that he's been playing more as a second forward than as a wide midfielder. That makes him, I think, a little bit easier for us to pick up, actually, and know where he is at all times, because he'll still tend to stay in a little bit more central positions. It's difficult because he wants to drop off the back 4 into that space that can cause us trouble, but I think that our guys are going to be focused enough and know who he is enough that he shouldn't really sneak by us much. But he's just very, very good right now. He's in good form, so just do what we can.
You can't take a second off with him. He's so dangerous. I mean, he scored a hat trick last week, so he didn't. After that tournament, nothing's really stopped. So we got to keep a big eye on him all game.
For Real Salt Lake, this is the 3rd time they faced the LA Galaxy, but just the first time they faced them at the StubHub Center after a 2-0 loss early in the season at home, followed up by a 3-1 win at Rio Tinto Stadium.
The race is so tight on points, you know, every game counts. So, of course, the Galaxy are such a talented team. You know, Donovan's so dangerous, Keen's so dangerous, and it seems like every time we play them, it's a very interesting game, and I'm sure this case will be no different.
They're always going to be a tough team, and they'll rise to the occasion to play us. So we expect nothing but a hard-fought game, and hopefully it'll be some high quality, and it should be a good game for the fans.
These are games we look forward to and stuff. You know, it's a good challenge for us, so we got to keep this going forward for.
This is the time of the year where you have to look at the standings. You know, of course, you want to hit your best form and peak right before the playoffs. And, you know, I think we played consistently so well throughout the year. We want to really carry that over through these last 10 games and be firing on all cylinders come playoff time.
Watch RSL take on the Galaxy on August 17th at 8:30 on ABC4 Utah.